Hey guys, I'm Chris. Welcome back to Fully Defined. Tonight, I'm going to do a couple of models using practice models from Too Tall Toby's website. The first time we do the model, it will be a tutorial. So we'll have a look at the drawing and we'll work through some of the features and how to set it up properly and aim for the most efficient modeling method. Then once we've completed the tutorial, I'll have a speed run or two attempt to see just how fast we can get it. So let's get into it. Before you start, always have your document templates ready to go and take a peek at what might be the material. This is a piston arm. I'm going to guess it might be a 1060 alloy. And we have plain carbon steel. Should have chosen that. So with this shape, we can see straight away there's symmetry. There's some tangent shapes. Looks like I've got a couple of different widths on the side, so different side profiles, and a couple of fillets. While it is symmetrical, it's mostly circles, so it's probably going to be easier just to do the whole thing in one part. I'm going to do this all from the top plane. I'm going to start with a large circle on the left. So I can see that's got a 75 through hole, and then on the outside of that, 120. And then over on the right, we have a 20 for a through hole and a radius 25, which means diameter 50 on the outside. The distance between those two is 300. I'm just going to make sure they're horizontal, and then I'm going to add a distance dimension between the two to get that element fully defined. Now, the shape on the right has some flat sections before going into a tangent like this. We can use the front plane to mirror that shape. And I'm looking to see if there's an angle. There is no angle, but there is a distance to the flat, which is 50. So I can put that one in. Then we have a shape on the inside with sides that are offset, 15 and 15 from both of those. We're just going to draw that shape because it's relatively straightforward. I'm going to get these lines to be parallel and these ones at the bottom also to be parallel. This line here from the center is 75, as is the one on the left-hand side, 75. And then we can dimension the 15 millimeter sections, both on the top and the bottom. There is a radius in there. I can see it's a radius of 12 in 4 places. So I'm going to type radius 12 and I'm going to draw a box over each of those to get that shape. And then I think I've drawn everything I need in this profile. So now I'm going to flip to the side and hold on a second. I think I will need a line here. Just going to draw that one in as well. Okay. Now we can go, and I'm going to do section by section. So the first one, I'm going to select this contour, and I'm going to go mid-plane and make that 50. So that's for the section on the left. And I'm going to show my sketch, just so I can see it. I'm going to do the other section on the other end, and that one is going to be 100. And if I would like to, I could do a shell and make it 15. All right, let's see how this would work. Our aim is to cut away all of that material. Not sure. Let's try that hole as well. That was the key there. So getting that hole done, and then I can do my fillets on the inside of that shape. So radius 12. Then the last step is another extrude. That's going to be the middle section. And that is 15 millimeters in the middle. That should be our final step. So if we have a look at our mass, 4874. And that is correct. All right, that was a pretty neat one. We're actually able to do that in a reasonable speed, under 4 minutes for a tier 4 model. Maybe not the quickest, overall. We'll see how that goes in a second, but I think that was pretty straightforward for this shape. So yeah, pretty happy with that. All right, now that's saved. Let's see how we went on the leaderboard. And my time, 3:49, fastest time, 2:58 from Min Wattex, who is very fast. But I am in the top 5th percentile. Right. If we scroll down till we see the fastest times, yes, we can. And I see Dom's up there as well, also very fast. So 2:58, the time to beat. Oh, I just beat Toby, 4:05. A couple of Australians down here and a New Zealander too, so that is really cool to see. Let's give it a couple of goes now and see if we can beat that time. Now this will go to time lapse. If I do any good, we'll include this in the time lapse. $2:21, pretty quick. There we go, got to number 1. So definitely be showing you this time lapse later. Also, I'm getting a bit of lag because I've got Premiere Pro open down below, so I might have to shut that before the next one. All right, time for our second model. Now, we're going to start. We're going to real drawing. We're going to open that in a new tab to do our tutorial first again. Like we explained last time. So tier 4 part. Saw this during the World Championship. Yeah. Can't remember if it was one of mine. I don't think so. But let's go through the tutorial. Maybe I did do this one. Not sure. Anyway, there's no symmetry. There's no symmetry in this. There's a couple of hole details and a thin wall detail around the side, which makes a bit of a difference. Again, I would start on the top plane and do this top view, which has most of the dimensions. I'd try and do this hole on the left-hand side with a hole wizard tool. And then I'd do a thin wall on the right-hand side and do a draft on the end. So let's give that a go. Now, I always love starting with the holes for at the origin. In this case, I've got that big 55 hole right there. We've got another over here. We've got a 34. So we'll put those two in. And then we're going to draw our straight line, which is going to go across. And it hits the middle of this line. And we're going to go straight through it. We're going to go across here. And then down. And that's the basis of our shape. So now I'm putting the dimensions in. I'm going to get the hole position the right way. The angle. And, you know, here what you can see is I'm really just working through to get everything fully defined, get all the lines in the right place. And I can see the blue lines, and then I'm looking for the dimension that matches it in the drawing. Now, how to do this detail. Because the wall, the outside wall is here, but then there's a thicker section that goes past that, which is 8 millimeters thick. So we can do that after. All right, so if we do an extrude first, let's do a couple of extrudes. So we're going to do this one here. We're going to do that 25 millimeters up. I'm then going to select the section in the middle and not the circle. And that's going up 11. I'm going to show the sketch and I'm going to do another sketch on the top plane. And I'm going to come down along these edges. Now, the tricky part of doing like a thin wall sketch here is that I've got, a line that's going on the outside here, which is matching my model, but then the arc on the outside of the circle is outside of that. I think maybe I should have drawn it the other way. So instead of drawing the inside circle, if I change this one and be the outside, so make this 50. Then I can properly follow it. All right, so now when I do this sketch, I can come all the way down. I can also convert that circle and trim away the inside. Then I can do a thin feature, which is 8 millimeters. And you see that's going the right side now, and that's going to go up that dimension of 33. And get a couple of problems. So first, I have to go back to this sketch, and I need both holes in here. All right, that's going to cause maybe an error. So this second boss extrude here, I want to include this section. Okay, that's much better now. And then we've just got to do our fillets. So we've got 3 fillets to add, which is 1, 2, 3. All right, that is good. And then we have the draft angle, 45 degrees. Now, whether you draft or move face, either of those is fine. And then we do the hole wizard last. Now, what I can do here in this attempt is set up the dimension. It's custom sizing, and it is 26 by 42, with the position being on the origin. All right, so this now should be our answer of 182.2. Incorrect. Okay. Let's check our detail. And we finally found our error, and it's the measurement that we didn't check off. It's that 6 there. So I'm going to put that one in. This needs a head clearance of 6 millimeters. And we change that to a cannonball. Press OK. The answer 177.6. There we go. So always check what you check off closely is a great tip. Beautiful. All right. Now that one's done. All right, so let's see who we need to beat. Min or Tex once again. It'll be the first community tutorial once we post that. That's nice. And we're going to want to beat Drew, top Australian, 5:34. I don't even make the top 20. So let's give it a go. Try again. And what was it? I think it was ABS. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. ISO 7.5. There we go. 207. Submit that. Did we get number 1? We did. Awesome. Okay. So that's pretty good. Little sesh, 2 models. A bit of troubleshooting on this one. And yeah, good to contribute once again. If you're not a part of Tutorial Toby's practice models and community, recommend you jump on board. All right. Thanks. See you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please like and share. If you've got any suggestions for other content, leave it in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And there's some other videos here. Check out. Thanks.